Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here, back with another guide for Hana, Bridge of Spirits. This time I'm going to show you where to find all the collectibles in the Village Heart section of the game. In this section we have 6 rot, 3 hats, 1 flower shrine, 2 spirit mails, and 2 cursed chests. One of those cursed chests contains a hat, so there's no dedicated cursed chest number 2 timestamp. That is instead Hana's mask, but I do note all of this in the video description with timestamps. So if you're looking for anything specific, check there so you don't have to watch the entire thing. But without further ado, let's get started. Rot number 1 is inside of the cave, and you need to use a double hook shot on a flower. So hook one here, and then hook another one here. This is past the village area of Village Heart, but showing a map for this section is kind of pointless because there's nothing on the map. It's just a cave, but you will know you're here when you're here, don't worry. Rot number 2 is inside of the big acid room where you have to throw this bomb, and then you shoot it. This sends all the rocks up, and then you want to get onto that big platform where we threw the bomb, and then you want to shoot this rock. That slides off, and then you can move up, shoot this one, turn around, and then jump up here, and then there is a rot right behind you in this little puddle. Rots 3, 4, and 5 are automatically rewarded when you get the Village Heart and complete this area. Rot number 6, however, is underneath this area, but we are going to return to it because it is literally right next to a hat that we're going to get. So I'm sort of breaking the flow of my guide here. Forgive me if you're used to it going directly in order, but they are so close to each other that there's kind of no point in showing it twice. Hat number 1, which is the Stinky Fruit, is in the big house in the village entrance up on a shelf. So when you're outside here, you want to go into this big house, look up for a flower, whip up, and then open this chest for the Stinky Fruit hat. Hat number 2 is Hana's mask. This is inside the second of 2 cursed chests. So when you're in this area, when you have to do that double hook shot on the flower, you want to come up here and then turn around and look for this chest. This is a tough combat challenge. You have to defeat the Wood Knight. You can ignore everything else if you like, but there are so many ads in this fight that you're better off trying your best to manage them. There will be some in the distance, so you want to try to be careful. They will throw fireballs at you if you wait too long. For some reason the targeting was a little off when fighting this guy, so I don't know why it kept trying to target the little ones with my spirit hammer, my rot hammer rather. But you can see the guy in the distance there throwing fireballs. We are going to manage to kill the Wood Knight, and then that causes all the other ones to disappear as well. And then the curse is lifted off the chest, and inside we will be able to get Hana's mask. After you've completed the cavern area and the elevator has dropped down, so this is at the very end, once you've completed the whole Village Heart section, you want to go back down this staircase now that everything is purified, and then you want to jump in the water, and you can go either left or right, doesn't matter, it's a 180-degree horseshoe of a cave. You want to jump into the water and then swim towards the lamp inside this little water cavern here. Inside here is the 3rd hat, the crown, alongside the 6th rot. They are literally right next to each other. So this chest here, this one has the crown. So let's go ahead and open that up. Then you can see the little log or pillar on the ground there, piece of stone with the rot underneath. Alright, so once you have the crown, just walk over to the pillar, press square to use the rot, and then collect your 6th and final rot of the area. The one and only flower shrine is inside of the room where you fight the boss Spirit Eater. So you want to use that same tier and just move it to the left, and you can cleanse this shrine. Again, there's nothing to show on the map, that's why I didn't bring it up. The first of 2 spirit mails is inside the house near the entrance to the village heart. This one's just kind of out in the open, so it's a little hard to miss if you're just walking around the village. This one opens the northeast house near the graveyard in the main village. Spirit Mail 2 is outside the main door, and it opens the westernmost house in the village. So the main door that leads you into the cave, you want to come outside, throw a bomb onto this rock here, blow it up, and then you can use this flower, zip on over. You're supposed to flip the rock underneath, but I somehow managed to land on it for a frame and then double jump off of it. So kudos to me for a speedrun strategy, I guess. But then you want to climb along these cliffs, and then there's a door in the distance that you're then going to throw a bomb at and blow it up. And inside is the second spirit mail. This one opens up the westernmost house back in the village. I'll show it to you on the map right now. It's this house right here. Okay, finally, the last cursed chest is just behind the fountain in the village. This is probably the most difficult challenge I've faced so far with these chests. You need to defeat 15 enemies in a minute, or roughly less than a minute. And this may seem like not a hard task, but these enemies actually have a decent amount of health. So what you have to do is be very smart and use as much AoE damage as you can. Don't be afraid to let a few spawn at a time. And then what you can do is you can use piercing arrows if you've upgraded that. You can line these guys up really, really nicely, as you're about to see here. That took 2 of them out. I probably could have angled that to get all 3, but I kind of failed there. And you'll notice that I cocked a rot arrow there a few seconds ago, but I actually wasted the rot arrow by letting go of L2, and that actually cost me a full point of courage. So, and it just happened there again. If you back out of that empowered rot arrow, the piercing one, if you back out of it, it doesn't count. So this is really coming down to the wire here. But luckily, I hit all 3, and I wound up getting the piercing blow trophy, which you get for killing 3 enemies with a piercing arrow. So decent opportunity to get it there. Inside of this cursed chest is just some currency. There's nothing special in it. And that's it. Those are all of the collectibles in Village Heart. Pretty short section, but a really, really good story area. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for Hana, Bridge of Spirits, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and join my community Discord server. The link for that is in the video description below. I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.